Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. We are playing as M.A. Ulm on the beautiful Pankor map, and as you can see, we have had a bump. And as you can also see, we've seen Ys. So let's take a look at what Ys is doing. So Ys has taken over this rich province, and he can get away with that because Ys has the bullshit Movar cavalry. Ys. I hate Ys. And he has a quickness bless. So to make them even more memey, these are quickness over cavalry. So yeah, you can have like 3 of those, and they take on like a whole province of heavy cav. Like sure, why not? Anyways, so yeah, like no problem, right? He's got 5 sacreds. He takes on. I mean, to be fair, this wasn't as hard as it could have been. There's only 5 heavy cav, but still. So East takes that. And then we bump against Abyssea. So let's take a look at Abyssea. Abyssea is expanding with a bunch of just Abyssian infantry. He also has flails. So these are very similar to my guys with flails, with the addition of heat 3 and fire resistance. But basically, they're pretty similar. They have slightly lower protection. And he's got a random commander. So, of course, this is going to destroy Indies. They just completely chop. Chop. There you go. Then I bump into that. But remember, my guys, I had guys that were there to fight Indies. And so these guys have shields, and he has flails, which have bonus attack versus shield. And his guys have heat aura, so you can imagine this is not going to go well for me. I mean, he has more guys than me in general, but also his guys are like... They're like his flail. So if you look at my flail guys, oh well, he's routing, so his defense and attack are lower. But my flails have, I have only 11 strength. He has 13 strength, and so he has less protection. But he also has the heat aura. So these flails are basically better than mine, I would say. And the flail guys are much better than these guys because. You understand what I'm saying. So anyways, this was a bad matchup. So he beats me on the bump. And then we expand here. We take a few losses. Why did we take losses? Because like half my guys are already injured from all the other expansions. And then all my shield guys decide to fight these guys all alone, while these guys go attack the archers in the back. So that's kind of awkward. We cause a rout eventually. But yeah, these guys are on their last legs. Everybody's injured and battered. I mean, we do get the province, but we've taken a lot of losses. So something that's interesting is this is turn 6, right? So how did he get here? So he had to do like turn 1, prophetize, recruit, then turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. And, you know, in hindsight, so he knows the map, and that's really cool. And so, first of all, but that means he got, quote-unquote, lucky in that there weren't any hard provinces in here. It's also really interesting because it means, like, that really speaks to the power of guys with flails. And I wonder, I'd have to test this before I play Ulm next time. But what if I just recruited flail guys, right? And just ran into shit and with 2 attacks per turn. Like, I gotta test that some more, because obviously it worked for him. He took almost no losses coming from his cap all the way to here. Now, maybe he just got really lucky and had, like, militia all the way, but still, that is a testament to dudes with flails. Plus, I mean, he has heat aura, but still, that's something definitely worth considering. Now, okay, diplomacy starts to get pretty intense here. So first of all, I'm talking with Abyssea. Well, oh, sorry for the bump. You know, bumps aren't nobody's fault. But he is kind of like, so Abyssea says, hey, like basically let's be buddies and we can like split the continent down the middle, right? Left and right. And I'm like, hey, that's cool. But like that province you just took is 2 away from my cap and it's like 1,000,000 away from your cap. So that's less cool. So that's what's going on with Abyssea. And then with Ys, by the way, this is God. So he's also expanding. He's got an awake God, obviously, for the bless, and he's expanding with it. And with Ys, I'm kind of telling Ys, listen, dude, yeah, I get it. You got Movark Knights and stuff like that. But by the way, I have like Guardians, which are going to chop them up into little pieces. You've got like all these fantastic ports that you can just take. And I'm basically telling him I claim this as my own. Is the message I send him. So I'm saying like, dude, this is like, yeah, I know they're all connected like this to your cap, but like this is my territory. I'm claiming this. And that's the message I send him. I'm kind of being very bold, but that is what I'm doing. Then I'm going to finish getting my cap circle with the survivors of this first expedition and the pikes that I've been recruiting from the other, from the capital. We're going to clear out these Bakemono shows, and that's that. More pikes, because I want to take out these barbarians next turn. And then one of the awkward things now is that I have the gold to build a fort, but I kind of want to build the forts on these kinds of provinces, but I don't have one yet. So I don't really have anywhere to spend my money to build my first fort on. So that is kind of a little awkward. Anyways, let's load up the next turn, which should be turn 7, I believe. Yeah. Messenger says, yeah. So this is what he says, right? Since we run into each other and we're rather close, would you be interested in a nap? Perhaps we can split the planet in 2 down the middle. Right? So very friendly. Well, I answered to him like, yeah, that's really close to me. This battle is, we're just taking out the Bakemonos. Nothing much here. I just have a ton of pikemen, and his guys have like length 4, but my guys have length 5. So, and also their guys don't have any protection. So, poke, poke, poke. They all die. And archers can't do any damage because they do 9 piercing damage, and I have like 19 protection. Yeah, so I tell Abyssea, you start in 53, yes? And then I say, so it's pretty bold of you to come and take something 2 provinces away from my cap and ask for nap. And then I say like, yeah, I want a nap, but like, why would I give you this province? It's 2 away from my cap. So I'm feeling pretty kind of bold during this game, because I also tell Ys, hello, Mr. Sea Dragon. And then I couldn't help but notice you grabbed 2 of these port provinces. And I'm kind of saying like, look, you got quickness plus Movarks. Yay, good for you, right? You're so good. But then I tell him, look, I claim it, so don't build a fort there. Don't build PD there, because I'm going to come take it. And then, like, and then I say, like, I don't want to have war with you, but I'm going to take it. And then it's like, you know, you don't want to fight me because you have other people to fight. And also, like, I can mass produce, like, guardians, which are going to chop your guys into sushi. And I'm saying, like, look, you know, if you already invested into PD, like, I'll pay for it, you know? Like, let's not fight. Very expensive sushi, I hear. So I'm kind of being boisterous and threatening to them, but I think I can definitely back it up. Like, you know, Guardians are one of the few units that can really deal well with the Knights. So, yeah. So that's what we're... And also, by the way, his Knights are quickness, so they're going to be even more tired, and I do fatigue damage. Like, it's just... Yeah, he doesn't... I don't think he wants to fight me. Or at least that's what I hope. Okay, that's it for this turn. Let's go to the next one. Turn 9. Should be turn 9. Well, let's watch these battles. Maybe it's turn 10. We've got an expansion army over here. I don't know where this came from. Oh, we've already made some guardians. So we must have skipped a turn, obviously. But anyways, we're just fighting indies. This is nothing new. So I must have made a round of guardians already, anticipating that we would be fighting, that we would potentially be fighting East. East has conceded the province to me, though. He did not want to fight. And then we get a random event. But the random event, yeah, the random event is knights. So, wah wah. Yeah, so we're missing a turn here, but that's okay. There's a few turns missing. So we took, what happened? We took this province. Then we moved a bunch of pikes out here. This was like the remnants of this army down here, right? The army came from here and moved up to take this from east. Then a new set of pikes came up over here with the remnants of this army in order to take this beautiful province over here, which I don't have any dominion on it, but is worth a lot of money. And meanwhile, my guy down here has finally started making the palisades. Now, in terms of tech, we have finally gotten construction too. Actually, we got it a little while ago. After construction, the next priority is getting evocation 3, or even evocation 4, and conjuration 3. So you want conjuration 3 for summon earth power. You want evocation 3 is going to get you iron darts. And I was afraid of a super early war, so I wanted to get the iron darts. Then we'll get conjuration 3, and then we'll get evocation 4. Evocation 4 is for blade wind. This is actually a few turns. This is like this is turn 10. So we have been forging dwarven hammers with our Earth 3 guy since he got Earth 3. And he has made some hammers for these guys, and they are forging bracers of defense for 1 Earth gem every turn. And then I am putting those on knights, who are going to be awesome. So we are recruiting. Let's see, what do we have here? We've got another expansion force that's going to be ready to move out. I think they're going to go to take. This expansion force is destined. This expansion force is destined for the horse tribes, because I see relays here, and so I want to get this stuff before he does. I also really want to get this province. So that's why I've got the 2 armies coming here. Otherwise, I would have taken the pikes to clear out the knights. But because there are knights here, and there's militia and longbowmen. Anyways, we got a lot of dudes. And hopefully we can survive a bump with relay. All right, so that was turn 10, but it was file number 9. Let's load up file number 10 and see if it's the same one. No. Okay. Good for us. So we did not bump relay, surprisingly. I mean, I guess he was expanding underwater. So we just have a ton of pikes. And so, yeah, he's got cav, but like indie heavy cav is not as good as our heavy cav, and our guys have like 5 pikes, so yeah, we don't take a lot of casualties. We lost 4 pikeneers, but he had 8 knights. Actually, this is kind of heavier casualties than I expected. Anyways, we kill him, then unexpected event here, and we have our first fort. However, like I said, so yeah, we got our first fort, but this is a 95 income province. These provinces are 100 and something income, so much better. And then, what fortune, Abyssea, he had taken this province, and it got taken by, he had a random event, and he lost it to wolves. So I am going to take it with my dudes. This group over here is headed to why is he patrolling? I guess I was reinforcing it with more guys. I don't know. Maybe I changed my mind and I decide to go for this province before. I think I remember. Diplomacy wise, jeez, I forget now what order this happens. Like, I'm wondering why I don't just take the horse tribe cavalry right away. Um, and I'm honestly not sure. I guess I'm taking this province first. I don't know, guys. I just can't remember what I was thinking. I had some diplomacy here with relay, but I think that isn't until the next turn. So I don't think that really played a role. Anyways, we have built our third hammer, and now we have 3 guys with hammers. And so what we're doing is we're building 2 bracers and a sword. I'll just show you guys next turn. And a sword, and that each turn we are going to get 1 priest smith and 1 black lord, and the black lord is going to get a sword and 2 bracers of protection, and that is a pretty effective fighting force against Indies. Let me show you. Let's load up the next turn so you can see what I am talking about. Oh, I guess we don't have that turn. Let's load up the turn after. All right, I don't know exactly what turn this is, but oh, I was pinging the throne here. So the throne, which I've already scouted. Oh, I should show you that. But anyways, this throne is guarded by death mages, which is actually not too bad. The worst ones are the elemental mages. Death mages can usually be dealt with, and plus they have nothing else scary. Militia and some heavy infantry. That's not too bad. And then I'm killing the knights. This was the random event that killed that took my province. So yeah, they have a bunch of knights. My guys are alms, so my guys are pretty tough. So the knights don't really kill them, and we win. And then the fort here is complete. Yeah, so I had taken, this I guess is 2 turns in the future, so I have taken this province, then looped back here, and I am then taking my army over here because seeing this, I'm pretty confident that I can actually just take this throne pretty early. And this throne I've scouted with my spy. The reason I'm eager to take it is because it is the inner throne. It gives order, I can use order +1. Because I only have order 2, but more importantly, it produces free blood slaves and earth gems, and that is amazing because that means I can forge the bloodstones, which are the earth booster with temporary earth gems. Like, that's the best throne for Alm. It's really, really good. So I'm very excited. So I'm just putting my whole army together, and honestly, this is going to be enough to take this throne. These guys, there's not much mage support. There's no mage support, in fact, but they have death guys, and I have my prophet here, so this is not going to be a problem. I can definitely take on this throne. And let me show you. This is what I wanted to show you guys. So, yeah, this is what you can do. Each turn you can make one of these. So the Sword of Sharpness replaces the Morning Star. And because the Sword of Sharpness has 2 defense and the Morning Star had -2, he has gained a total of 4 defense just from the weapon. The weapon is, I think, here, why don't we take this off just so we can play with it here, right? So the Morning Star is also length 1. It does 20 damage, either blunt or pierce. With the Sword of Sharpness, we have 24 magic damage as slashing, so it's an upgrade. And then we also have 2 bracers of protection, which brings us to a total of 21 defense and 27 protection. Which is really an amazing, and this costs 3 earth gems, right? This is 1 earth gem, that's 1 earth gem, that's 1 earth gem. So this is kind of, I think that's pretty cool. This can take on a lot of indies. The issue, of course, is when the indies have some spellcasters or whatever, you got to be careful. But you don't need a lot of, these with a couple of troops or just a couple of these guys, pretty powerful to take on indies or to take on PD. And it really costs you almost nothing to make. We have 5 earth per turn just from our cap. And all it takes is 3 guys with 3 hammers. Pretty pretty nice. So my god has popped out, and he's going to start doing his site searching. We're recruiting dudes. So I'm building I've got 2 palisades going up. I've got a palisade here and a palisade here coming up. By the way, this province over here has longbowmen, cheap longbowmen. And so that is good because I'm going to recruit those guys. So Ulm has great, chaff to put in front, but then you need the mages behind it. But the problem with using your mages is that means they're not researching. So just having indie longbowmen is actually a great thing to put behind your high protection troops. All right, I think that's it for this turn. Anything else happening? Not much here. In terms of tech, yeah, we got our Evocation 3, we're getting Conjuration 3, and then I'm actually not even bothering to get Evocation 4. I want to get Construction 4 right away because I can start making the my boosters and blood. I'm anticipating getting the blood income here. So if I can start making the bloodstones or whatever, those are really powerful early on because you can like have free earth elementals or stuff like that. They're pretty cool. All right, that's this turn. Let's fit one more turn into here. This was 13. Actually, wait, I lost track. So I think actually we should be on. I always do this, as you guys probably know. Oh, this was actually the next turn. Okay, unexpected event, whatever is not important. Yes. So, all right. Well, I guess this is a good turn to show. Relay has taken an Uttervast as his pretender. We'll see it in action a bit later. The Uttervast is a kind of weird. It's an interesting creature. It's got like 4 Mind Blast attacks. It's got a lot of weird stuff. It can teleport everywhere. Which makes it really cool for expansion. And if I remember correctly, he has some kind of nature astral cross paths on it. I think he has like 4 nature and 7 astral, something like that. Anyway, so I talked to him a little bit, and I told him, hey, look, you want to take this land province? That's cool, but I'm going to take this province. So he's like, all right, that's cool. And I'm kind of telling him, like, because my diplomacy with these water nations is basically like, look, you don't want to fight me. You guys are going to all murder each other in the water, which is what always happens, in these games. They have the underwater knife fight, and yeah, that's what I expect is going to happen here. So I'm like, don't fight me. You're probably going to need to save your strength to fight Ys or whatever, and his quickness, Movark Knights. Meanwhile, I have moved a scout here, and I'm building a palisades here. Abyssea already has 2 forts over here, which is pretty strong. And I don't know, so Relay is here. So Relay is smothering Abyssea like this. Anyways, pretty interesting. And here, I'm finally going to take out the barbarians with what you say? With 3 of these dudes who have super high protection and super high defense, and just, some soldiers. So after this, these guys are going to be able to take over all of this land. And we are going to take the throne with the following script: attack and banish. We have the Earth Banish. The Earth Banish is pretty good, actually. Yeah, it's actually not bad. So it's not a huge area of effect, but it has a decent plus to it. The damage is actually quite decent. With the plus, I mean. Now, I guess the disadvantage is the grip doesn't do any extra damage, but grip is not terrible. It will, it's not one of the worst. It's not one of the worst banishes, that's for sure. So everything's on attack except I've got a few guys on the flanks doing attack rear. In order to, hopefully... Oh, they're just at the top, the attackers. I've got an attacker squad over here to try to get to their skelly spammers soon, and then a bunch of other dudes who are just going to smash into their faces, and hopefully that's that. All right, this is a good length for this episode. Let us stop now, and we'll pick it up next turn. I think, yeah, nothing too much to prove. We got, research-wise, we got Conjuration. We're working on Construction 4. Yeah, not much else to report. So see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Take care.